Have you ever walked into a room, and just like that, forgotten everything you were about to do? You were just thinking about it seconds ago. You knew exactly what you wanted. Then, nothing. Your brain goes completely blank. But here's the wild part, you walk back out of that room, and boom, you remember again. So what's actually going on here? Did your brain really forget, or did something about that room just wipe it, for real? And no, before you panic, you're not getting bad memory. Here's the deal, your brain is constantly deciding what info matters right now, and just changing your surroundings can mess with that whole process. You're sitting on your bed thinking, I need to grab my charger, you get up, walk into another room. And the thought's gone. You're standing there like, wait, why am I even here? That moment actually has a name, the doorway effect. Your brain doesn't treat your whole day as one continuous stream. It chops your experience up into separate events. So when you move from one room to another, your brain basically goes, new room, new event, clean slate. And that little switch is what makes the last thought harder to grab. The doorway isn't magically erasing your memory though. Your brain's just updating what it thinks you need to focus on the spot. Which is exactly why it comes flooding back the second you walk into the original room. It was never gone, just harder to pull up. Here's why, your brain files information together with the situation you were in, what you saw, where you stood, what you were locked in on. Step into a new room, and new sights and sounds hijack your attention. That thought that felt urgent 5 seconds ago gets shoved to the background, and standing there forcing yourself to remember usually backfires, because your attention's already locked onto the new spot. So here's the actual trick, stop thinking harder. Recreate the scene instead, walk back to where you were. Look around. Oh, right, my charger. Your brain snaps the missing piece back into place. There's a second reason this happens too, your brain can only juggle so much at once. You walk into a room already holding 5 other thoughts, a text you gotta answer, a plan for later, something from earlier today, and expect it to still hold on to one more on top of all that. That's a lot to ask. Add stress or rushing into the mix, and that one thought loses the fight even faster. So next time you're standing in a doorway thinking, why am I here? Retrace your steps instead of panicking. Ask yourself, what was I just doing? Not, what was I supposed to do? Remember where you were standing, what you were looking at. A lot of the time, that's all it takes to bring it right back. And that's really the whole answer, your brain didn't forget everything, it just changed the scene on you before you finished the thought. It's constantly filtering, updating, deciding what deserves your attention, and honestly, that's a good thing. If it treated every tiny detail as equally important, you'd be fried by noon. And for real, what's the funniest thing you've ever forgotten the second you walked into a room? Drop it in the comments. And if you're the kind of person who notices things other people miss, you might relate to this one. I made a video on this topic too, it's right here on your screen. Go check it out. If you haven't subscribed to Mr. Braino yet, hit that button. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.